Howdy everyone, your pal here with my next Let's Play of one of my favorite games on the GameCube, Pokémon XD, Gale of Darkness. I have a ton of fond memories playing through this game as a kid, and I'm really excited to present this Let's Play to you. Now, Pokémon XD, much like its prequel, Pokémon Colosseum, which this game takes place 5 years after the events of that game, which by the way, you don't need to play through Pokémon Colosseum to fully enjoy this game, Pokémon XD. You can treat this game like its own standalone adventure, and this game will reference events that happen in Pokémon Colosseum, but again, you can treat this like its own thing. Now, like I was saying, this game, it deviates from the standard Pokémon formula where you collect gym badges, and even like down to the battles, things are a little bit different, but that's not a bad thing. Sure, this adventure is different, but it's a fun one, and I hope to show that off. So without further ado, let's start our adventure. What a way to start things off! Speaking of which, look at this. Our first battle, and we're using a Salamence against a Metagross. Two really good Pokemon back in the Generation 3 days. And look at the moves the Salamence has. It has Earthquake, Dragon Dance, Brick Break, and Dragon Claw. These are moves that you could see on a competitive Salamence back in the day. And as awesome as it is that it has these moves, all you really need to do is just spam Earthquake against this Metagross because it's super effective. Also, this song is really good. It slaps. I really like the song. Okay. Bye Metagross. And just like that, we won our first battle. Except this is a battle against a sim trainer, because this is a battle simulation, which means, unfortunately, that Salamence isn't actually ours. Alright, Ral, this will do for today. Yes, sir, that was a well-played battle. Ral, your battle skills have improved by an amazing amount. I mean, it was impressive the way you handled that big Pokemon with a plum. Okay. You took command of it as if it were the same as your Eevee. Don't you think it's time that you consider raising other Pokemon besides your Eevee? Unfortunately, we don't have a Salamence. But we do have a pretty good Pokemon here for our first Pokemon, and that is Eevee. Eevee, it's your standard normal type, but the thing that makes Eevee special is that Eevee can evolve into, at least at this point in the Pokemon series, one of 5 different Pokemon, and without spoiling things too much, we're at a point where we'll be able to evolve Eevee really soon. Now, this is a really good way to handle getting your starter Pokemon. You get Eevee, which is a normal type, pretty standard all around, but once you have the ability to choose what you want Eevee to evolve into, like I said, it's coming pretty soon. Like, that's when you can just choose like from a variety of options. And I'll be going over those once we do have that option. But for now, we do have an Eevee that was obtained from our dad. Okay, so starting our adventure off here, we are in the Pokemon HQ lab. And we have an incredible aptitude for battling. Okay. So, let's just do our little thing where we just explore around. It's always good to talk to people in Pokemon games or just in any RPG in general, just because you get a lot of interesting things to hear from people. Are you done with training for now? You must be tired. But seeing you like this, my, Ral, you've grown up to be a fine young lad. Ral, if only your father were here to see how much you've grown. Oh, I'm sorry, I promised I wouldn't mention that. Please pay it no heed. Now, what this guy is saying, it's implied that this main character's dad has passed away before the events of the story. But we do have Eevee to remember him by. And I'm gonna get into a personal reason why that is particularly special to me. Later on, though. So over here, this is just, if you need anything to, like, if you need to know the basics, if this is like your first Pokemon game for some strange reason, this whiteboard will have a lot of information here. So let's see, battles. You have Pokemon fight against each other. The people that command those Pokemon are Pokemon trainers. You win battles by knocking out the other Pokemon. The battle screen, that's the HUD when you're in battles. We saw that when we were in the battle. Using Pokemon moves, each Pokemon has different types of moves to use. That can do damage, that can inflict status, that can raise stats, things like that. If you have multiple Pokemon, you can switch between them in battle. You have items. Well, if you have items, you can use them. Calling a Pokemon battle, that is a feature that you can do in this game, where calling has its own purpose, but what did I hit there? Calling, besides having a purpose that we'll go over later, it can raise the accuracy of your Pokemon that you call. If you knock out a Pokemon, you get experience points. When you beat a trainer, you get money. When your Pokemon gets enough experience points, sometimes it'll level up. That's when its stats will go up. And sometimes when they level up, they'll learn a new move, which you can replace one of the 4 moves that your Pokemon already has with, if you want to. Or you can just find TMs and teach those. If a Pokemon levels up, it can evolve into a different Pokemon. Or if you meet some other prerequisite. Status problems. Some moves cause status problems like making your Pokemon fall asleep, paralyzing, burning, poisoning it, confusing it, freezing it. You can use items to heal those, or in some cases, just wait it out, like with sleep. And each move has its own type. There's, at this point, 17 different types in the game. And again, each move is categorized by those types. If a move does damage and if it's of a certain type that is super effective against another type, for example, fire, if you use a fire move on a grass type, it'll do double damage. Or like when we used Earthquake on that Metagross, it did double damage because it was super effective, because Earthquake is ground, Metagross is part steel. What makes a move not very effective? That's the opposite. Like if you, for example, use a fire attack on a water type, that move will do half damage because fire doesn't beat water. Pokemon leveling tip. What's a tip here? I'm actually kind of curious. Oh. Any Pokemon that takes part in the battle earns experience. You can switch out, and then, like, you could put a weak Pokemon at the start of a battle, then switch out. It'll still get experience. Okay. Single and double battles. Single battles, it's one Pokemon against one Pokemon. Double battles, you send out 2 Pokemon, the opponent sends out 2 Pokemon. We're primarily going to be seeing double battles in this game, so you could get familiar with them. Pokemon catching tips. You throw Pokeballs at Pokemon and catch them. And if you inflict them with status conditions, then it makes it easier to catch those Pokemon. Also, damaging them without knocking them out. That's pretty much everything I can go over with that. Okay, now let's just go in here, because this is where we're supposed to go. Hi, Ral, have you finished training? Ral, this is the director's office. I can speak. Do you want to pay a visit to Professor Crane? Haha, you don't need to be that stiffly official, Lily. But... oh yes, I've heard the battle coach saying high praise about you, Ral. I've heard that your battling skills have improved dramatically recently. That's outstanding, Ral. I sure don't think I'd stand much of a chance against you. I mean, you don't seem like the battling type. I wish everyone wouldn't drown them with such gushing praise all the time. My son and daughter will become spoiled rotten. There's nothing to worry about. Both Ral and Jovi are wonderful kids. By the way, I don't think I've seen Jovi since lunchtime. Ral, I hate to bother you, but could you go find Joey for me? I think you already know, but several research projects are in their critical phases in this lab. That's why your mother can't afford to take time off right this instant. So please, honey, will you go find Joey for me? Sure, why not? So, our task now is to go find our little sister. I'm sorry, Ral. After 5 long years, this project is finally on the verge of coming together. For that to happen, we can't do without your mother's expertise. Oh yes, I left the PDA in your room, Ral. Go check it out. PDA stands for Pokemon Digital Assistant. It's a very useful electronic tool. PDA can be used for email, among other things. I'm sure that you'll find its many features useful. It's quite easy to use, Ral. I'm sure you'll have no trouble figuring it out. So, yep. That's our next task. And our mother is a higher up here in this Pokemon research lab. Pretty neat. So let's just go wander around, see if we can find our little sister. Haven't seen you for a while. Are you doing well? What I happen to be working on is a special machine for catching Pokemon. It's finally almost my machine. I need to focus and work to get it done. Cool. Is this it? It's a storage case of some sort. Okay, well, better not touch anything. Are you dozing off? Oh, yes, you are. Huh? Here at the Pokemon HQ Lab, we undertake a great variety of research on Pokemon from their ecosystems battle. Oh, it's you, Ralph. You scared me out of my wits. You know, I'm so dedicated to my job, even when I'm asleep, I constantly think about work. That might mean you're a workaholic. You might want to just relax. We're in the midst of developing a system to purify shadow Pokemon. Purify is a term we use to describe the process in which a shadow Pokemon's closed heart is made to open again back to its natural state. You see, 5 years ago, criminals used artificial means to close the hearts of Pokemon, turning them into fighting machines. We're developing the system to save such afflicted Pokemon. We call the system the Purify Chamber. It's not necessary in today's peaceful times, but one never knows what may happen. Interesting. Whew, switch is okay, next to adjust this here. There's so much to do, I'm not far from a panic attack. I may have to take a break. Yes, taking a break is always important when you're working on stuff. Oh, that's right, Ralph. If you're gonna take a break, don't forget to save. Okay, so to save, just press X, Y, or Start to bring up the menu. And yeah, that just makes it so it records your progress so you can resume from where you were. The Purify Chamber is almost ready. But I don't get it. There's no need to purify Pokemon now. I wonder why Professor Crane and Lily are in such a hurry to get the Purify Chamber finished. So, is, like, our mom, Lily, is she, like... why isn't she called, like, Professor Lily? I don't know. Anyways, what's up, Lissy? Okay, cool. This here is the PC. Just like in the standard Pokemon games, we can move things, we can store items, which is no longer a thing in current games, but that used to be a thing. But the main thing is that we can store Pokemon here. Except we don't have any, all we have is Eevee. So, these PCs, they won't be much use to us. These yellow machines here are healing machines. So, yay. Also, it's pretty cool that we don't need to go to a PC to save. I like that. Okay, let's just go out here. Have you seen my sister? Weren't you with Jovi? I saw Jovi with her Mimi earlier, so I figured you were with her too. No, I was busy, battling. I was training for whatever reason. Okay. Oh boy, the world of Pokemon is so deep. The more I study them, the more I'm inspired by the very fantasticalness of it all. It's cool. For example, you know how all Pokemon have types and abilities, right? If you keep those facts in mind and apply them to battle, you can always get an advantage over your opponents. I mean, if your opponent is also as knowledgeable as you are, then it just comes out to who's the better battler. Well, let's just go into this entrance of the Pokemon HQ lab. And this room here, this is actually supposed to be Jovi's room. I don't know why there's two beds. One would be her bed and one would be your mom's bed? I don't know. Have I seen Jovi anywhere? Come to think of it, I haven't seen her since lunch. And this room here, right next to Jovi's room, is our room. Lately, Jovi seems to have run the place. We have a sparkly thing on our desk. Let's go check it out. This is the PDA that Professor Crane left for us. Oh, we got it. Okay, cool. If you're reading this email, then you must have obtained the PDA. Try out its many features. By the way, Add-on was playing hide and seek with Jovi. Why not have a chat with him? I don't know who Add-on is. Okay. And we have potions in our room for some reason. I like how items are in, like, chests in this game that look like Pokeballs. I don't know. I think that's pretty cool. We also have, like, a little PC and a basketball hoop all the way up there. Okay, then. Anyways, let's check out the PDA here. It gets added to our start menu. And the PDA basically serves as our trainer card. Shows our ID number, which is really not that relevant. How much money we have. Poke coupons, that's a thing that I'll get over once we have some Poke coupons. And, of course, playtime. Strategy memo, though, when you look to the right of the PDA, this is the game's equivalent to the Pokedex. Doesn't give, like, flavor text or anything, but it tells you the abilities that the Pokemon can have, the average height and weight, and then we can just view its model in all sorts of different angles, which is pretty cool. We can, like, zoom in, zoom out, hear its cry, and then we can view its size in relation to this particular character. By the way, I named this character Ral because that's me, but the default name for this character is Michael, but I don't know, I just felt like using my name. And the cool thing about the strategy memo is that there's type matchups here, so you can see what moves are super effective against the particular Pokemon you're looking at. So like for Eevee, it's a normal type, it's going to be weak against fighting moves, and ghost type moves won't have any effect on it. Very handy if you're not familiar with all that kind of stuff. Anyways, we have yet to go here. So, like, do all these people just live at the research lab? And Pokemon and I, we're always together, even when we're sleeping. Okay, you sleep together with a Curlia. That's weird. But as long as you enjoy it, I guess. And we're going back to the second floor. Now, this room over here, it actually connects to where Professor Crane's office is. I guess this is his office. I guess. Okay, what do you have to say? Around this Pokemon, replace these regular Pokemon like so. Hi, Ral. It's my job to assemble the basic data set for the Purified Chamber. Even if the chamber is built, it will be useless without this data. Okay. Everyone's busy doing their work. What's in here? We bring you ONBS News. Authorities still have failed to find any traces of the cargo ship SS Libra since its sudden disappearance off the coast of Gatyon Port. Gatyon Port? Gatyon Port? Gatyon? I say Gatyon Port, but that's just me. There have been no reports of flotsam that may indicate the ship sinking. The authorities appeared mystified by the way the ship vanished like smoke. There are reports that numerous Pokemon were on board. Concern is rising over their welfare. Interesting. Right, Quagsire? Right. And the speakers are giving a headache to the Psyduck, apparently. Haven't been to the Krabby Club for a while. It'd be nice to catch Razzle and Dazzle's show again. The old Razzle Dazzle, I see. A huge cargo ship just doesn't vanish into thin air. They just have to be more careful searching. The ship probably had engine trouble. It must be adrift in the sea somewhere. I mean, it could have been abducted. Rumor has it there was a new Pokemon that even Professor Crane has never seen on that missing ship. It's very worrying. I hope the Pokemon on board are safe from harm. Interesting. Then in this room, there's... I assume this is... Adon? I don't know. Because it looks like he's playing hide and seek. You startled me. Oh, hi. It's you, Ral. You're looking for Jovi? We're supposed to be playing hide and seek right now. But isn't she around anywhere? No, I looked pretty much everywhere here in this lab. Maybe she's gone off to Dr. Kominko's manor. So you're telling me our little sister went all the way there? She crossed the river and, like, is in a valley. Okay. It's a big weird house southeast of here. Okay. Jovi's it in our game of hide and seek. I wish she'd find me soon. My back is starting to hurt. She just abandoned you. That's... We're gonna need to scold her for that. That's kind of rude. Like, first off, she, like, goes all the way, like, to the middle of nowhere. And that... I don't know. Now, I do know that this trainer here, or this NPC, is supposed to battle us. Yes, okay. Didn't battle us before. Been racking up outstanding scores in the battle sim system. How are we getting rated? I don't know how that works. But instead of that virtual reality stuff, how about a real battle for a change? I'll be happy to battle with you anytime. Sure. That's the spirit. Let's get it on. Yeah, let's have a little battle with our super trainer. Interesting. Yeah, let's play with our Eevee for a little bit. Because, I mean, we battled with that virtual Salamence, but this Eevee is the real deal. Let's tackle you. I mean, it's a very basic battle, and we have a 5-level advantage at this point. Nothing to worry about. This is just a way for you to get a feel for using your Eevee. I mean, we do have Tail Whip to lower Sentry's defense, to follow up with a Tackle, because Tackle will do more, because Tackle is a physical attack. We do have Sand Attack to lower the Sentry's accuracy. We have Bite, which is a special attack in this game, because this is before the physical special split in Generation 4. But I'll go over that a little bit later. Yeah, that was our first battle with Eevee. Not quite enough experience to level it up, though. And I do like how our Eevee already has a little bit of experience. I don't know, just neat stuff. Well, that was an eye-opener. It's become a lot tougher without me noticing. Hey, I'll train using the battle system. I can read. And you don't say anything else. Okay. Well, anyways, right down here, we could have looked for our sister over here, but I didn't want to bother, because this was a little bit out of the way. But we do have an antidote. These heal poison. Also, I do like how you can find multiples of an item inside an item chest. Just really neat. Now, you can either go out this way, or this way. They both lead to the same place. They lead to a world map screen, which is not something you see in the core Pokemon games, but this is how we're going to be getting around. But yep, we are in the Pokemon HQ lab, which is the Orre region's top research lab that studies Pokemon comprehensively. We know a few of the things that they're working on, but all the way down here, this is Kominko's house. Dr. Kominko's house, who's an eccentric scientist, apparently. Oh, let's go look for our sister. We even have, like, a neat little scooter, too. I want to know, like, how far this distance is. Because if our sister walked it, like, on foot, that'd be impressive, but also worrying, because that means, like, she's willing to go just about anywhere on her own without supervision. Also, that's a neat little Groudon set you have in the, for your fountain thing. Huh. Wait, who goes there? You must be a burglar. Chobin will put you straight. Don't you move. Chobin is a name, and Chobin is the #1 assistant to Dr. Kominko. Chobin is the only assistant, so Chobin has to be the number 1 assistant. Okay. Well, we're fighting Dr. Kaminko's Abe. And he has a Sunkern. Which, if we're going by base stat total, it's the weakest Pokemon in the series. So, nice job, like, being a little security guard there. Okay, absorb all you want. It's not gonna do much. And it's only a level 5 Sunkern as well. Yeah, I'm not too worried. Goodbye, you. Also, I like his glasses. I like how it has like the little swirly design. And our first level up. Interesting. Okay. Chobin lost. I like how like the swirls disappear as well. I don't know, just neat little things like that. You've made Chobin angry now. Even though Chobin lost, you're still not going past Chobin. Huh? Closer observation reveals that the subject is a child. Ergo, the subject is not a burglar. I mean, I could be a burglar. There are children that do steal things, unfortunately, as it is, like in this world today. Well, children have been stealing things, like, for a long time at this point, really. Not even, like, in today's times. You're Ral? Chobin apologizes for jumping to the wrong conclusion. Oh, big brother, what are you doing here? Yep, this is our sister Jovi. We didn't get lost. Also, her hair is blue. I would assume that's not natural, but I don't know. Our family genetics could be weird. There's no hiding stuff from Jovi, because Jovi knows. Jovi always knows. This big house is Dr. Kaminko's. Dr. Kaminko's job is to make incredible inventions. I mean, I would assume, like, the HQ lab does that too. There's a whole bunch of neat machines like... Okay. She likes to play with the other machines that aren't here or whatever. I don't know. Ral, you're that girl's older brother? Sometimes she comes here. She wanders around everywhere. Chobin finds it hard keeping an eye on her so that she does not bother the doctor. Oh yes, Ral, you will have a look at Dr. Kaminko's inventions. You will, yes? Okay, this way, please. Follow Chobin. Okay. Where are these inventions? Dr. Kaminko's inventions, it needs to be said, are #1 in the world. Chobin is full of admiration. Oh, why does Chobin know that they are #1 worldwide? That needs explaining. In the whole wide world, no one but Dr. Kaminko would invent such inventions. Therefore, they are #1 in the world without question. Okay. Our Dr. Kaminko, who is verily great, is inventing in that room there. Hi, Doctor. What kind of fun machine are you making this time? Jovi wants to know. Okay. Yeah, hopefully she's not bothering the dude. Hey, let's see these inventions. Let the VCR roll. Wow. Dated. Dr. Kaminko's inventions are #1 in the world. Chobin's choice is this. Ta-da! The unhealthy sandals. The insole is studded with lubby nubs that fail to stimulate every pressure point in a fabulous way. Keep wearing these and Chobin will guarantee painful feet and chronic worsening of your health. Okay then. It's superlative. Also, like how his face is just like in the front of the VCR. Or in the front of the camera. Oh, that always gets a laugh out of me. And yeah, you can see like all sorts of different inventions like through this monitor. Like the power draining light bulb. It gulps electricity at 10 times the usual rate. Keep using this and the electricity bills will grow shot. Haha, I get it. It won't be easy to find out why. It's dazzling. I mean, light bulbs are bright, so they would be dazzling. But yeah, it's all sorts of like weird inventions like this that I find it funny because like they're all inventions just have a negative effect on people. Let's read another one. Jet vacuum cleaner, whatever it sucks up, it blows out the rear using powerful jet propulsion that shreds dust into fine particles. The more you vacuum, the more your room gets covered in an invisible coat of dust from corner to corner. Splendorous. Interesting. One more, just because I really like these. The power-saving refrigerator. The purpose is to conserve power. You won't be making a mistake with this refrigerator. It's truly one of a kind. It's an ultra energy saver that usually stays off. It only turns on when it's sent to detect someone in front of it. Food goes bad right away. And I accidentally pressed the A button there, but cool. This door is locked, so anything else you have to say? No. Okay, let's go in here. This here is Macken runs a parts shop in Gatton Port. A familiar name to some that are familiar with other games. Yes, he has a machine part for us. Okay, or a machine part for Professor Crane. What about you? This is the Minun, Mimi. Incidentally, child, how long have you been here? Okay, he's just absorbed in whatever he's doing. Well, Jovi, it's time to go. You've had your fun. You need to really detailed drawing of a really weird machine. Oh, there's a little keyboard too, like where Professor Kamingo is. I never noticed that. Well, yeah, we need to take you home because you were busy playing hide and seek. I know, like, Jovi's like, haha, my big brother's dumb, but what? She's like a little girl, so whatever. And you're gonna be following us. Cool. That's it. Chobin said that the genius has different sensibilities from ordinary people. The sensibilities mean you're kind of absent-minded and in the fog. Don't people say Professor Crane is a genius? Okay, did Jovi say anything here? What? Even this young lady came from the Pokemon HQ lab? Take care on your way home. Yeah, she walked this distance. Dang. Again, I really am curious to see how far that is. Jovi will take Big Brother home today, so Jovi has to go too. Bye-bye. Next time Jovi comes, please let Jovi try those googly glasses. Promise? Jovi cannot possibly make that sort of a promise. She's your sister? Do something about her, please. She never listens to what Chobin says, ever. Well, that's pretty much it. Oh, hello there, email. Dear Al, you appear to have traveled far in your search for Jovi. Yes, we have. Please come back to the HQ lab as soon as you find her. I need your help with something. Cool. What is it? What is it? Email from the professor? He wants you to come home quickly? Jovi is worried about letting you go by yourself, big brother, so Jovi will go home too. Let's go right now. Okay, well, we found our sister. And with that done, next time on Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness, we're gonna make sure she finishes her game of hide and seek, but most importantly, we're gonna see what Professor Crane needs help with. So, thank you all so much for watching, and see y'all next time. I like how your character's idle animation, like he just bounces, sometimes he sways so like from side to side. Come on. There you go. But yeah, thank y'all so much for watching, and see y'all next time for some more Pokemon XD Gale of Darkness. Later!